I think let's cover top DeFi projects again, because this is a question we get all the time. Okay, so this comes from Harvey. Harvey has been a long time customer. What's up, Harvey? Always great to see you post in the forum. Okay, so we have Taiga saying his favorite are Aave, UMA. Actually, this UMA is Universal Market Protocol. Uniswap has no token yet. They raised an equity round, Series A round, for 11 million. They had A16Z and some others invest. Then Synthetics, Kyber, Ren. So Kyber is definitely a decent project. Synthetics is solid. Actually, we definitely have lots of regret with Synthetic. We invested once again in their private sale back in, I think, January 2018, but they changed their hard cap from 30 million to 45 million. And because of that, I basically pulled out, and the rest is history. But I think that goes to show you that our research is still pretty good. I mean, because we invested in the private sale of Synthetics, private sale of Chainlink. So I mean, our track record is pretty good. Obviously, we're imperfect, but if you had to ask me, Ian, what are your top DeFi projects? Now, obviously, we have kind of the full ratings on tokenmetrics.com. But if you had to ask me which ones do I like right now that are still undervalued, one I'm still kind of doing more research on, but one that really has my attention, I mentioned this on the last show, is UMA. I mean, they basically have priceless oracles. Basically, so if we're talking about oracles and trying to find the next oracle, UMA is one to watch. It's also a project being looked at by Coinbase for potential listing. They had an initial DEX offering. They launched with a market cap of about 25 million. Then it went to like 125 million, I believe. So it's done like a 5x or more. And I've been watching their talks, and it's one that has my attention. Fundamentals are decent. Technology is all right. Definitely nowhere close like Ethereum per se, right? But I think actually technology is probably going to on the same level as Chainlink. So when the TA turns very, very bullish on this one is definitely one to keep an eye on. This is one that I myself have been playing around with, as I mentioned on the last show. I've been playing around with their Oracle builder. I'm sorry, with their token builder. I think if you just search UMA token builder, you can basically create your own synthetic tokens. It's kind of a mix between Chainlink and Synthetics. Right, so imagine if Chainlink and Synthetics had a baby, right? That would be UMA. So for those who are asking for my low cap picks, long term, that one definitely keep an eye on. I think that has lots of potential. Now it's not so low cap because market cap is over 100 million, but I think it's one that I wouldn't be too concerned about it pumping and dumping. I mean, obviously that's why Coinbase is also looking at it to list. But yeah, I think that's kind of a DeFi project that has some potential. And one our team is currently researching, we've been hearing lots of comments about this in our network, is PokerSwap. Actually, the PokerSwap CEO, Makoto, is actually in our network. So we actually had a call with him. But this is definitely one to keep an eye on, right? Lots of people in my network actually plan to invest. I myself still want to kind of do more research. I have reached out to Makoto to try to get him on the show. We actually did have a call with him early in the week, but PokerSwap, for those who don't know, is basically Uniswap on Polkadot. So cross-chain DEX, worth keeping an eye on. Those are two projects I think in the DeFi space that have lots of potential. PokerSwap, I believe, will only have a market cap of about 10 million. And once again, this is pure speculation. We've not done an in-depth review. They've not even launched yet, so this is just kind of speculating. But Sora, which has the symbol XOR, has done pretty well. I think it's done like a 50x. That one, we're also in the process of doing the code review on Token Metrics. We do have the fundamental review, but right now in this market when things are just pumping, honestly, I think you can't look at fundamentals as we've talked about before. I think the only thing you can really focus on for projects that haven't launched yet, that aren't trading anywhere, is just technologies, right? So if you go to Token Metrics and just look at projects with a very good technology score, I think that will help you kind of filter out all the shitcoins and find good projects that can do well once they launch on exchanges. Because fundamentals come with time. And that's something we're also kind of adapting, right? Because lots of our customers want us to find the next hidden gem, the next low cap gem, and without trying to promote or market too many bad coins or bad investments, I think the way to kind of filter that out is to find good projects with good technology, and the fundamentals will come afterwards. And then once it's trading on exchanges, then that's when TA becomes a factor. Bill, any comments on that?
Well, I'm a chart guy, and sometimes when I worked at Wall Street, sometimes when people couldn't explain moves, they would say, "Well, it's a technical market," or "the technicals have kicked in." And I always say, "Well, sir, it's always a technical market for me because I'm a chart guy, right?" So our systems are really good at finding those inflection points where we're going to go from consolidation to trend, right? So I know that fundamentals are important. Fundamentals matter in terms of something's ability to keep going higher after it does its initial moon. And sometimes I also think in crypto, you have to widen out your definition of the fundamentals, in that in crypto, a whole new financial world is being built, right? Now, when we talk about it, it's like, oh, wow, Chainlink. Oh, wow, Band Protocol. Oh, wow, it's Kava, right? Or, can you believe the Uniswap casino? But the big picture is we're building plumbing of a whole new world. Like, here's another example. In gold and silver, the big question is, will they or will they not hand out trillions of dollars in stimulus? Anybody talking about that in crypto? Nope. Crypto doesn't have the macro problems that other markets do, because crypto is building something new. So for every 1 or 2 or 5 excessive dumb things that happen, there is one big thing like a chain link. Okay. Or I just pulled up this chart of UMA and it's really interesting. So we're building something new in crypto. And whether you have to navigate that with charts or fundamentals in the beginning, we can help you with both.
Yeah, well said, well said. So tell us what you think, and down in the comments below. We definitely want to hear your voices.